Got this question from our 23-year-old friend who's becoming an alcoholic. He says he's miserable at work. He's got a dead-end job. He's miserable at home because his parents don't respect him and they go through his mail and shit. Long story short, he doesn't know what the fuck to do with his life. He's bored. He puts things off. He procrastinates. Nobody respects him. He has no friends. Hates his job. Now he's starting to drink. 23 years old. You know, that age, 23 years old, I think there's something magical about that fucking age. I remember when I was 23 years old, and I think I once heard it said that every 7 years we go through a personal evolution. And if you don't allow evolution to happen at these different stages, you go through a crisis. So you're kicked into an evolution. It happens every 7 years. So at the age of 7, they say you stop growing. Essentially, who your character, who you're going to be, the foundation of who you're going to be is kind of solidified by the age of 7. So all the experiences that you have up until the age of 7 kind of sets the foundation for who you're going to be. And then you've got, obviously, between there and 14. 14 is like, I mean, that's when your dick starts getting hard. All of a sudden you notice girls, right? You've got a little muscle, you got a little bit of testosterone, right? So you're playing sports and you're trying to get laid. Between 14 and, what would that be, 21? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21, right? So at 21, now you're sort of officially a man. You're able to drive, drink alcohol. You're ushered out into the world in a particular way that says, you, sir, are now a man. See, we don't have rites of passages anymore for men. And it's so detrimental to us in so many different ways, but it's a very potent topic of interest for me, and I'm thinking of creating something at some point. I have a son that will need to go through a rites of passage, and as I explore that, I'm sure I'll have much to share with you guys at that time. But you need a fucking rites of passage to know that you're a man, and that rites of passage is often a way for you to break the shackles and the bonds of immaturity, boyhood, and then venture off into the dangerous world of manhood at about 21, right? You say you're 23. So right now, you're in that place where dysfunction is brewing because no one ever told you that you're a man now. And you've never been exposed to the challenges. That's what a rites of passage is. It's a challenge that destroys your ego because you have a boy ego and you got to move into the man ego. And at 23, if that hasn't happened yet, you throw into a crisis. I remember being there. I remember being at 23. That was crisis mode for me. It was my first crisis. And I think a lot of boys, a lot of men, because you're a man, even though your mom still goes for your male because you act like a boy. She treats you like a boy. You've been told you're a man, but I'm calling you a man. Not because you got hair on your balls, but because this is where you're going. This is what you're going to become. You need to become a fucking man. The thing is, in our society, we got to create our own rites of passage right now. You know, it's just the way it fucking is. You got to throw yourself to the wolves because the elders aren't going to do it for us. And you're in no man's land right now, and you're beginning to dabble with alcohol to suppress the pain associated with it. I can tell you right now, I'm putting my foot down with this one. Don't fuck with drugs and alcohol right now. I'm not against alcohol. I'm not against smoking a blunt every once in a while. I'm against dependency, especially when God, the universe, Allah, energy, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is knocking on your door telling you, hey, dude, you better wake up. We got something's up and you need to take some action. That's where you're at right now. That's why you're having all this anxiety. That's why you're having all this pain, because you need to go do something. And this is going to sound like some of the worst advice Elliot Hulse has ever given, and I hope you receive it well, and I hope that those of you who understand it can receive it well as well. And that is, go and do something dangerous. Go. Sell all your belongings and hitchhike. That's what kids used to do in the 60s, right? And they were free. They were free lovers. Flower children. They go and fucking hitchhike. California or bust, right? They hold a sign. Go and fucking hitchhike. Go and put yourself in a country where you don't know the fucking language, right? Just sell all your shit and go to Mexico. right? You might get kidnapped and fucked up and initiated into a gang, whatever, like whatever the experience is going to be, it's going to fucking be. Don't be attached to how it should turn out. But you need to throw yourself into the dark sea of life. You need to go and do something that is very dangerous and that's going to challenge you on multiple levels. You may be physically hungry, physiologically damaged, and energetically. You won't be depressed, I'll tell you that. But psychologically, energetically challenged. You won't be depressed because you don't have time to be depressed when you're in dangerous situations. Hungry people don't get depressed because they're too busy trying to eat. You see? You're depressed right now because you literally are depressing the energy in your body that wants to come out. And it's only going to exercise itself. It's only going to come up. It's only going to mature when you have some experiences. Quit your fucking job, move out of your parents' house, and see what happens. I guarantee you figure it out. That's how I get everything in my life. Everything in my life was, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. I don't make plans. I don't have orchestrated blueprints or blueprints that need to be orchestrated in order to fulfill some particular ideal that I set for myself. I have a feeling for where things are going, and I throw myself in that direction. Okay? You have a feeling about where things should go because you're becoming a man, but you're not throwing yourself at it. You're biting your tongue while your mommy slaps you. You're drinking alcohol so you don't kill yourself. It'll just grow worse. It's like a cancer, bro. So I don't have any specifics for you because specifics don't mean shit. This is all very subjective. If I tell you exactly what to do, then you become my son. I don't want you to be my fucking son. I don't want to be your guru. I want you to follow me. I want you to throw yourself off the fucking cliff and learn how to fly. Do it now or forever hold your peace. Done.